If you didn't know already that this is a test run and there's something corrupt behind this, then after this video, you should very well be confident in acknowledging to anyone that you know what, something is wrong. We all feel it inside of us. We have that intuition that allows us to have an uneasy feeling. Okay? That is a warning system that all of us was born with. And it's letting us know that there's some bullshit that's being cooked up. If this virus was as deadly as they claim it to be, guess what? Nothing would be open. No fast food drive-thrus, no grocery stores, no hospitals, and damn sure no liquor stores. See, that's how you know that there's bullshit in the air. You telling me that this thing is deadly and I need to stay inside, but hey, you can go to the liquor store because somehow the corona is not at the liquor store. Somehow the corona is not inside grocery stores. They didn't start limiting people going inside grocery stores until people started to compare what they were shutting down and what they were leaving open. Okay? If these people never said anything, grocery stores would still be allowing the normal amount of people going inside. They did that for one reason, because they needed you to stay docile. They needed you to settle back down. Because people were getting close to, you know what? This is bullshit. And we're not going to listen to it. We're going to do exactly what we want to do. We're not going to do what you are telling us to do. And for a moment there, people were getting close to doing just that. So they had to calm people back down somehow. And another thing that they used to keep us docile, giving us money. But keep in mind, see, $1,200 isn't enough. We all know that. I mean, most of us, especially if we have a mortgage. Mortgages, if you own a house and you're paying a mortgage, you're paying at least $700 to $800 a month. Some more, some maybe a little less, but around that range. That is more than half of that $1,200 already, okay? That leaves you about maybe $200 to $300 left. That's maybe one utility bill, and that's it. Most of the people that have already received that $1,200, they have already spent that $1,200 already. It's already gone. And people think that they're going to get a second round, but I'm telling you right now, before they give that second round, they will reopen the country. Because they didn't want to give you that $1,200 from the start, I'm telling you. The Democrats, especially Nancy Pelosi, she was one of the main ones that didn't want to give anything. They kept negotiating. And I wish that I was a fly on the wall to hear the conversations that they were having, because it probably would have sounded something like this. You know what? Coming from Trump first, directed toward Nancy Pelosi. We have to give them something, because if we don't, they are going to disobey what we are telling them to do. They will panic and they will start doing exactly the opposite of what we want them to do. She still was bucking it, because the first amount that the Trump administration wanted to give us was $4,000. $4,000 to each family, each individual, okay? But then they shot it down. Nancy Pelosi and her Democrats, they shot it down. Then they said, okay, what about $3,000? They couldn't agree. What about $2,000? They couldn't agree. Finally, because people started panicking again and they had to keep control, they said, okay, we got to come to some kind of conclusion now. They said, well, what about $1,200? Yeah, that's it. That's not too much. They can't get ahead with that. They would spend that in probably one fucking bill. So yeah, let's give them that. But we're not giving them any more. This is why people have already spent their $1,200 and it didn't help anything. In fact, it probably made things a little worse. Now you are starting to see protesters. Now you are starting to hear about people that are starting to wake up to the fact that, wait a minute, something isn't right here. Something don't add up. You leave the liquor stores open. You leave the grocery stores open. You leave the fast food restaurants, drive-thrus open, but not the houses of worship, but not the schools or anything else that you wanted to be closed because of this so-called deadly coronavirus. So you mean to tell me that this coronavirus won't touch the liquor stores? Won't touch the insides of the grocery store? Won't touch the drive-through restaurants? That makes no sense. This is why people are starting to protest. This is why people are demanding that they reopen the country. I heard Trump and his administration, at first he said that he was in charge and he was going to reopen the country, okay? Then he changed because they worked on him, which was the Democrats and the CDC and everybody else that's making money on this. I'm telling you, this is all about money. If you don't realize it now, you need to do your own research and come to that same conclusion. This is about money, and it always has been. This is why they want to keep the country closed, because they are making a fucking killing. And they realize that if they reopen the country, they can't make that kind of money ever again unless they reclose the country. This is a once in a lifetime event that will happen again. Surely it will. I'm warning you now that it will. This is a test run. They are analyzing how we react to it, how the economy reacts to it, and everything else. The next time is going to be permanent. I'm telling you, the next time is going to be a total fucking lockdown forever. And it will never reopen. They will tell you where to go, when to go, how to go, why to go, where to go, everything. They will have total control. Of course, people will buck it, and then those people will be executed. This will turn into a totalitarian government. This is what they want. Why? Because it's more profitable. It's more profitable. These jackasses, these fucking bastards, they are money hungry. They are money hungry. The grocery stores alone have already met their quotas for the year. As a matter of fact, I heard they met their quota for the rest of the year and next year. That's how much money that they have made off of you and me and everybody else that have been stuck in this fucking lie. I, for one, I am sick of it. I'm tired of it. And you should be tired of it too. If you are, the way to beat this, you have to let them know. All of us, we have to come together and let them know enough is enough. We know exactly what you're up to. Some of the things we don't know, but we know enough to know that this is some bullshit in the game. And we want this country reopened now. Not later, not no phase 1, 2, and fucking 3. We want this shit reopened now. And see, the way to have a bargaining chip, see, the election is coming up. Now, this is if they don't decide to just cancel the election and have it for a later date, which I really don't believe that they would do this. If they don't, that's your bargaining chip. You let them know, listen, I'm not going to vote for you. I'm going to take names and remember the ones that still wanted this country to be closed. I'm going to remember the ones that still didn't give a fucking shit about if I lose my fucking house or lose my cars or lose dinner on the fucking table. I mean, you let them know, I will never re-elect you. I will never vote for you. We all have to be on one accord. We have to let them know that, listen, you don't have the control. We have the control. And it's true, we do have the control. All of us together as a unit. Now, apart, it's nothing that we can do, and they know it. This is why they hate unity. This is why they will spend billions of dollars trying to make sure that we don't come together. Videos like this, they do everything they can for a limited amount of people to hear it. Because it's something that they know that if people hear it and they spread the word, people will start to wake up. Not only wake up, they will start to unite. Not only unite, they will start to unite and get shit done. We should have united a long time ago, and it would have never came to this. They would have never even tried something like this. But apart, they have so many options that it's just, I'm surprised that we're not already in a total lockdown, a permanent total lockdown, a totalitarian government. Because that's exactly what they want. Now, as far as finances goes, that $1,200 didn't mean anything. Like I said, most people are already broke. I've heard so many people being interviewed saying that they have ran through their savings, and it didn't take long because, man, when you have to buy something and you have no choice, then that money goes fast. You don't bat an eye because you know that you need it. Number one is food. And for some reason, I don't know why people are buying out toilet paper and paper towels. I don't get that. It's something with that. I hadn't figured it out yet, but it's like they chose these two items specifically. And it doesn't make sense. I mean, wouldn't you depend on food rather than paper towels and toilet paper? Are people shitting more? I mean, is this fucking coronavirus causing them to shit 4 and 5 times a day and you need that extra toilet paper? Something's wrong with that. Something's wrong. Look up the companies, the toilet paper companies and the paper towel companies, how much money they have made in just 30 fucking days. Then you're gonna know, you know what? I understand now. I understand now. Money talks and bullshit walks. I'm telling you. Everything that they come up with, money is the fucking motive. All you have to do is follow the fucking money. Then you can understand, okay, now I know why they did this. Now I know why they wanted us to stay at home and they wanted everything shut down. They force you into a corner. Being forced into a corner, you have limitations. This is why you can't find toilet paper and paper towels. You can go out right now and I can guarantee you, there is none. The people that run up on it, you call them lucky. It's like hitting the fucking lotto. Oh God, look at that. A whole roll of paper towels, a whole roll of toilet paper. Ooh. You see? They have pushed us into a corner and they are making us act like savages, like fucking animals. People are running and fighting each other and cursing each other out just over fucking something that you wipe your ass with. Makes no sense. Or does it make perfect sense? Money, power, money and power. This, or these rather, are the motives. They're sitting back and they're documenting everything. This is a test run. I wouldn't even be surprised if there was something out here that could give us all the answers. But they make sure that they cover that something. Like I said, they spend billions of dollars making sure that we don't find out the exact truth. And the people like me that start getting close to the truth, you know, they start fucking with your video and your video won't load. And I mean, all kinds of odd things that start to happen because they don't want you to catch on to the truth, because that destroys what they are trying to do. We already know that the government is corrupt. That's a no-brainer. All of us. I mean, we don't have to fuss and argue and fight over that. We can agree on that 100%. We know it. So if that's true, then we know that these people are liars, habitual liars. And if we know that to be true, then I don't put it past them. As a matter of fact, I don't think there is a virus out here. I think it's just a mutated flu. Every year, some brainiac, some chemist in the lab is hired to mutate the flu. Why? Because it's profitable. Make you buy more medicine, make you stay in the hospital longer, then that means more medicine, more money going this way, more money going that way. It's about money. If you can have a flu shot that helps you not catch it at all, that's no good for the drug companies. Do you know how much these drug companies make per year? $20 trillion a year. $20 trillion a year. They can't make that kind of money if you don't catch the flu. They can't make that kind of money if you never catch a cold and you healthy as hell. They can't. Listen, they pay people to mutate this flu and make it stronger every year. This year, stronger than last year. The flu has always killed a large amount of people. Am I not right? But they never kept up with it until now. So now that you see it, you can turn to CNN, and the first thing that you see are numbers to the right of the screen. Numbers. Number of deaths related to this so-called coronavirus. The number that have came up positive in the country and out of the country. They run that shit 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can turn to it right now, and the numbers are on that screen. I kid you not. CNN, and maybe even some other networks as well. They have been shooting us numbers since they closed everything down. Because that helps to instill more fear in you. You see those numbers rising every day. Oh, just 2 hours ago, there's 200 more deaths. Now, something bothers me about that too. How do you know this? So the people that's actually dying, as soon as they die, people report it and say, hey, another one dead, coronavirus, send it in to CNN so they can count it. I mean, have you ever wondered about that? They can keep up with this in real fucking time. All across the country? Something's wrong. Just like this is so deadly, but the liquor stores are still open. Hey, you got to have that liquor. Maybe liquor fights the coronavirus. Oh, okay. Now I get it. Yeah, that's what it is. Liquor fights the coronavirus. It hoards off the fucking virus. The drive-through fucking fast food restaurants, yeah, that hoards off the fucking virus. That's okay. That's safe. That's a safe place. But the schools, they're not safe. The houses of worship, they're not safe. But the grocery stores are. Jesus Christ, man. Do you know that you have been fucking slapped in the face? And they keep slapping you in the face every day that they show numbers going up. And I'm going to tell you, I don't even think even half of those numbers are related to this so-called coronavirus. I think it's regular deaths. People still die every day. Deaths didn't stop because this coronavirus said, I'm here now, so every death now is going to be corona related. No matter what. Car accident, fucking heart attack, fucking stroke. Hey, corona. They had a cough before they died. They got the fucking corona. Jesus Christ, man. Listen, we need to come together now. And we need to stop this now. And the first step, the first thing that we do is let them know that we know exactly what they up to. That's what we do. Second step, our bargaining chips. Our first bargaining chip is the election that's coming up. We let them know, listen, we're not voting at all. We need to make a statement. We need to let them know, listen, look, you're not going to be pulling this shit on us anytime you feel like it, anytime you get ready. Because I'm telling you, this is a test run for something later down the fucking road. They want to know that this shit is going to work. And we are going to abide by it. That's why they're doing this. And we doing exactly what they want us to do. Stay at home. Even got celebrities, like I said, telling you to fucking stay at home in commercials. Stay at home. I know it's hard. We all in this together. Stay at home. Listen, these people are slapping you in the face. They have lied to you. Now it's time to answer back. If you don't, you're going to regret it. I'm telling you. Everybody, all of us, we are going to fucking regret it. These people, they are evil. They don't give a shit about us. They would rather see us dead. If that meant that they could still capitalize off of our death and make billions and trillions of dollars, then so fucking be it. They don't give a damn. They never have and they never will. We have to do something now. We have to make a move now. If we don't, I'm telling you, we are headed for this totalitarian government and they will have full fucking control. They have it now, but not like if it changes into this type of government. I'm telling you, you will regret it. You won't be able to go anywhere. This will be permanent. When you go somewhere, you have to check in and check out, have a certain ID and tell them where you're going. They're going to have a tracker on you. You got to go there and then come right back. I'm telling you, it won't be no fucking school or no bullshit like that. It'll be exactly what they're doing now. That damn virtual shit. They're trying to tell you that, listen, we going to turn this shit into this. And if you allow this now, we're going to lose the little control that we have, the little freedom that we do have. I'm telling you. I'm telling you that right now. We need to do what's needed to be done. There are a lot of sacrifices that each of us are going to have to make. But the election coming up, that is our first bargaining chip. We have to make this count. We have to let them know, listen, we will not vote for you. As a matter of fact, we won't vote at all. Just imagine if all of us on one accord, millions of people, do a sit out of the election and don't vote. That will speak volumes. That will speak volumes. They would know right then, you know what? They are not willing to comply with what we would have in the future. And they would know, most importantly, that they could never try something like this again. But we have to act now. We have to answer back now. Just like the ones that's protesting. They doing that for a reason, but it's going to take more than protesting. That you know what? Protesting and marching and that shit doesn't work in this reality. Okay? In this day and time, that shit doesn't work anymore. We got to step it up. When they graduate, we have to graduate too. If we don't, we're going to be left behind. I'm telling you, we are going to regret it. This is just a little taste. Most of the people that receive that $1,200, they'll tell you, over half of the population that receive that $1,200, they'll tell you, listen, this isn't enough. I already blew through my savings, and that $1,200 is not going to replace my fucking savings. Most people, the average person, has saved at least $5,000. Well, that $1,200 is not even fucking close. They want to break you. Because why? Because they want you to be totally dependent on them. How much more of this can all of us take? Without them giving a second round, third round, or fourth round of a stimulus check. And even if they did, it would have to be more than $1,200. It would have to be at least $5,000 every 2 weeks just to... And see, that's another thing. The economy. They're not worried about the economy for some reason. You know why? You know why? Do your research why. The grocery stores have already met their quotas for this rest of the year and next year. They don't need fucking money. They have made enough money in 2 months to take up 2 years of profits. That should tell you right there. They're not worried about the economy. The fast food restaurants, they have made, oh man, a killing. Look it up. Look at the numbers. The hospitals, these little clinics that still staying open, they have made a tremendous amount of money. So, wait a minute now. So, these companies, certain companies, are still making money. It's like they're going after the small businesses. It's like they want them to shut down. The mom and pop stores. They really can't compete with these large chain companies. See, this is war on not just a physical level, but a financial level too, as well as mental, as well as mental. So this is why we have to take care of ourselves. We have to check in on each other, but more importantly, we have to explain to each other, listen, this is something more than what they say that it is. Number one, this isn't as deadly as they say it is. Common sense tells us if it was, they would close everything down. They couldn't afford for anything to be open. Come on now. Come on. You got to be kidding me, right? That's a no-brainer. That's in your face, and people still don't understand. You're going to close the schools down? You're going to close certain places down, houses of worship, churches, but have the grocery stores still open? And your biggest excuse is, well, people need food and, they'll starve. But this deadly disease, do they need food more than they need to live? If you're dead, you're not going to eat anyway. So why would you have the grocery stores open? And until people started complaining about the comparison, about how they were biased toward this and that, concerning these grocery stores, they had anybody could just walk in at any time. They could have 1 million people inside and it was okay and not worry about the coronavirus. Only until people started complaining, they said, oh yeah, you know what, let's limit the people going inside the grocery stores. Come on. Right then you should have known, okay, all this evidence is piling up. It's just fucking piling up. We know what you up to. And this is why I created this video, to let them know personally, I know what you're up to. I know it's not just on a financial level, but this is a test run to see how we react to it, how well we will comply. And I'm telling you now, people are tired. They're tired of being lied to and tricked and fucking scammed. They are not willing to take it anymore. So if you're not willing to take it anymore, you know what we have to do. Number one, we have to come together. We have to be on one accord. And it has to be every single fucking soul. Not 5 people. And then everybody else just watching and see what happens. You have to be a part of it in order to make it work. Or the totalitarian government. If that's what you want and you don't mind it, then do nothing. Let's just not do anything and watch what they do. They already have way too much control. Way too much. They are playing with our lives like silly putty. You know, that little fucking children's toy, you squeeze it and you shape it and you control what it be. We are the silly putty. They are the ones that is shaping us into this and shaping us into that. Because we allow them to do it. We allowed them to close the schools and the houses of worship and everything else and our jobs. We allowed them to do that. We didn't bucket. We were afraid and said, oh, Lord, this coronavirus is out there. And they said 10,000 people dead. Oh, Lord, I can't go out there. The corona going to get me. Then they tell you put on masks and gloves and all this. Do you know anybody that got the coronavirus? In my comment section, I want you to use that. To tell me whether or not you know somebody personally that has this coronavirus, that either came up positive or has died from it. I want you to contact your family members and your neighbors, and especially black people, okay? Your neighbors, your cousins, your friends, anybody black. And I want you to ask them the most important question. Brother, sister, do you have this coronavirus? Have you tested positive for it? And then if you could talk to some of the ones that if they know black people have actually died from it, let me know inside the comment section. I predict, if any at all, that's listening to this video that actually is going to follow up on this and report to the comment section. I predict that it will be little or none that have died and also that have come up positive for this. And when we do this, I also predict something else. When they see that this video starts catching on, and they see that people start waking up because they could see that this evidence is going exactly how I said that it would, they're going to shut this damn video down. I can guarantee you. They're going to find a way to fuck with it. They're going to find a way to limit the people looking at something. This is what we should be talking about right now. I'm telling you, because this is not the end. People think, okay, a couple of weeks or a couple of months, it'll all be over. We'll be back to normal. This is the test run. They will have this come back. They already talking about it. They saying, yeah, when the winter comes, it's going to come back stronger than ever. How did they know? How did they know? Huh? How do you know this? These people have been predicting deaths accurately. How the fuck can they do that? I heard one fucking lady on CNN say it's going to be 300 deaths tomorrow. That next day it was 300 deaths. Is she a fucking psychic? Come on, man. They playing with us. They smacking us in the face, man. And we just standing there taking it. If you're tired of taking it, then the first step is to gain information. This is why I'm saying utilize the comment section. Go and have conversations with your family now and ask them, hey, do you have this coronavirus? Have you came up positive? Do you know somebody? Let it cause a chain reaction. Hashtag ask people about having the coronavirus. And I can guarantee you the results are going to be astounding. These results are going to be envied by this evil ass government. They're not going to want this to take place. I'm telling you now. Because this is going to prove them wrong. It's also going to prove that they have been up to something since day one. We can never trust a liar. They have been liars since day one. Remember that.